person does that all the time. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Zennie62, special night, and where we are going to talk Star Wars. For those of you who normally come for other stuff, we're going to talk about the other stuff in another show later. But right now, this is dedicated to discussion about Star Wars Episode 1. And what I'm doing right now is I'm actually switching over to Skype to set up my friend in the cyber equivalent of a kind of a slide-in. And so this is, if you haven't met her before, this is Jessica Dwyer right here. Hey, Jessica, how you doing?
Hello, how are you guys?
And it's nice and clear. And not only that, it occurs to me that, folks, I'm going to use the speaker here so that we get this loud and clear. But we are going to talk about
wires in your mouth.
Wires in my mouth, which you can see, but nobody else can see. But what I was thinking about, folks, about the wires in my mouth is I was actually trying. Okay, what I'm doing in the interest of full disclosure, see that? I'm plugging in the speaker. Okay, so there it is. All right, and so I'm turning it on, and I'm not. Wait, there. Okay, and so theoretically, it will come through. Can you hear me, Jessica?
I can.
Oh, there. She came through. Okay, awesome. Okay. So Jessica is our VIP, very important person who is our entertainment and horror blogger, video blogger, actually. And once again, Jessica, blessed to have you.
Thank you.
And I'm blessed to talk with you about this really freaking cool. Let's get this going because first of all, let's talk about, we can't show the trailer for copyright reasons. We can show photographs, right?
I think you can show stills. I don't think that'll be a problem. I've seen people post the trailer without sound, but who knows with the powers that be at Disney?
Yeah,
they can be evil.
Yeah.
So,
now, if you wonder,
oh, there we go. Whoa.
Ooh, look at that pop. That was pretty good. That was pretty.
Hey, that was neat. Put that back. I'll move over here and just point.
Nice trick. So I'll tell you what, folks. I am going to actually, while she's doing that, I'm actually going to slide over here, and I'm going to call up the trailer with the photographs in the Star Wars. The photographs in the search results, like this. See Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and then what I'm going to do, which I think is a better all-around route, and if I'm allowed to shift over, come on, Wi-Fi, I strengthened you. There it is. Okay, yeah. Now go to images. Images. All right. These are the images that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Jessica, I think you can see that.
Yep.
From actually, you know what? Because Jessica only see me. You can't see what I'm referring to.
Oh no, I've got it pulled up on my screen.
Oh, right on. Okay, now you can see yourself dual. But at any rate, what we're looking at are stills from the trailer from Episode 9. And first of all, before we talk about the one that everyone's talking about at the end, and to which Jessica's got some outstanding. Outstanding.
Series.
Yeah, outstanding. Let's just, first of all, what is this? What's going on? Carrie Fisher here. Carrie.
So what they did, they're utilizing previously filmed footage from The Last Jedi, and they're using it for these scenes. And someone actually did a comparison, and it's some of the best effects work they've done with utilizing digital images from a previously filmed scene and putting them on since The Crow. Way back when Brandon Lee passed away, they still had partial film of him to shoot. And so what they did was they utilized, like, one of the big scenes that they did that with was the scene where he's looking out the window, glaring with the clown, with the crow makeup on, the rain's coming down. And that was a body double that they superimposed his face on.
Oh my God, I didn't realize that all these years. Seriously, I didn't know. Wow.
Yeah. And so what they're doing here is they're doing what it appears to be is a lot like that with her in these scenes. And the first trailer we saw this scene where she's hugging Rey,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a previously shot scene that they are using for this. So that's where this beautiful shot of Carrie Fisher in the trailer is coming from. And everybody that is going to see this is going to literally burst into tears and wail.
Wow.
When they, because it's the last time.
What do you think about this? Because I recall the the clones, they used General Tarkin.
Oh no, they actually that was in Rogue One.
Rogue One, thank you, Rogue One.
Yeah, and they did Grand Moff Tarkin, and they actually made him way more of a character than I thought they were going to do, and I was okay with it because I'm personally, I don't know if I'll share. Mm-hmm. I'm a bit of a Peter Cushing fan.
Wait, folks, let's go and get a close up of this. Hold on a second. Let's go back to Skype and get a close up of this. Come on, Skype. Look.
Yes.
That's...
I'm a bit of a Peter Cushing fan and a Tarkin fan.
You think?
Not gonna lie. and
wait, tell us where you got the doll.
And here's what's even crazier.
Uh-huh.
So on the back of this is signed by Peter Capaldi.
Uh-huh.
Because Peter Capaldi utilized Peter Cushing's signature for his own when he does autographs. He copied it because they have the same initials in their name.
Oh wow, that is hilarious.
So I offered to give this to him because he was a massive Cushing fan. Huh. And he said, no, but I'll sign it for you. And he took it and he signed it. So in a way, my Peter Cushing doll is signed by Peter Cushing.
Wow, Jersey Dolphins, one of our viewers, he says, I miss Pete as the doc.
Oh, yes. Yes, Jersey Dolphins.
Yeah.
You're my people. You're my people.
And by the way, welcome everybody. And as usual, you know the drill. If you have any questions, just type them in the field over here and we'll get to them. And back to, hey, so now going back through our little image tour, because I got more questions here for you here. I love how that pops up so I don't miss you. That's really cool. That's a nice feature now. At any rate, okay, so now we've got that, but also, what do you make of this? Blood. Is that blood from the trailer?
Yeah, I don't know. See, I need to rewatch the trailer again. Mm-hmm. It could, the one thing that a lot of people were freaking out about, and I don't know if you have that on this list, is the fact that 3PO has red eyes.
Yeah, I have that. I have that here.
And that was another thing that I don't know if it's something bad. What I love is I've seen some of the fan sites out there are saying, look, they're just trying to get us to buy more freaking action figures by making another variant of F3PO.
Yeah, but did you see the number of memes that had him basically smoking weed?
That's awesome. No, I honestly don't know here because we found out from the prequels that 3PO was built by Anakin. Was he, is he like a sleeper agent? Is he going to activate now for the dark side? I doubt it. So who knows? I like that they're not really giving us a lot to go by with these, because we're all analyzing it like we are right now, but they're not really giving a lot away. No,
they're not. No. And to that, Jersey Dolphins has a good question. He asks, "Are you is Rey in the final scene? This scene, I guess we'll just jump over to it since so many people are talking about it. We'll use this one as an interesting little one. Is Rey? Is this a dream? He's asking, is this a dream sequence?
Right. So here's my thoughts on this, because we'll jump right into this. And, and Zennie and I were talking about this previously. The entire time since The Force Awakens, my husband and I, we're both massive Star Wars fans, and we like debating, and we like figuring out plot points. We have always said that the most interesting and awesome thing that could happen with this is if Rey turned dark and Ben was redeemed. So Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, aka the last Skywalker, officially, because he is a Skywalker. He is Leia's son. Leia is the daughter of Anakin Skywalker. Hence, he's the last Skywalker.
Aha.
Yes, Joseph, it's theory time, baby.
Oh, by the way,
So-
Joseph, meet Jessica. Jessica, meet
just-
Joseph. He is our newest vlogger. We're give him a buzz in a little bit so he can chime in for a little bit. But this is the Jessica show. So but no, but yeah, but Joseph is down in L.A. and he actually invited me to come down. He had tickets to go see the Galaxy's Edge. Yeah,
the
which
Disney thing,
which I thought was quite nice.
You should have went. You should have went.
Hey, got mom and schedule and everything in life, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But I appreciate the
so
invitation. Yeah. Anyway.
Back to the theory thing, though,
Sure.
with this. So I always thought that would be a really awesome redemptive arc. I think it would play really well. And just as a bit of an evil streak in me, I think it would be hilarious because all those same little girls that got named Daenerys, and oops, she ended up being a little bit of a nut job. All these little girls that got named Rey are not. How screwed up would that be?
That would be. That would be very maniacally screwed up. Yes,
I love it.
I
love the idea of that. But I think it would be beautiful, and they've been kind of setting that up with one of the major factors, of course, was the all the scenes on the island with Luke, where he even says, you went to the dark side without even hesitating. And you see that.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, and then you also have. I thought it was really interesting, and a lot of people there's a lot of theories out there. Film Theorist is a really great site. He's been wrong more often than not, but he had a really great one for this, which a lot of people have thought about, which is Rey could be created by Palpatine, specifically to be either possessed by him or be the next carrier of the flame, if you will. And the reason is, if you watch,
hey, just hold that thought. I gotta check something. Don't go anywhere. Hold on a second. We're back, folks. Had a momentary station break to check on an issue. The issue was quickly
good. My
resolved.
head's not stuck in that pose anymore.
No, not at all. Not at all. The issue was quickly resolved, and back to discussing Rey. You're on, Jessica.
So in regards to Palpatine using her and possibly being the creator of her, if you go back to The Last Jedi, and again back to that dark cave that she finds herself in, there's two ways to take the what she sees in the mirror. The first is she is self-made. This is the positive way to take it, that she is a self-made person, in that she is strong enough to be who she is, and that she didn't need anybody. She grew up alone as an orphan or whatever on the planet. So when she was abandoned by her family, supposedly, so there is that way, that positive take of it. But then there's the other take, which is it's supposed to show her parents, right? And you see these two figures, and they merge into one, and it's her. That could mean that she doesn't have parents, and that she is a clone. That she was, and that's that's the darker way to take it. That's someone made her in a petri dish, and we've already seen that, things like that have happened in this series now. So that's one take of it. Joseph had a great point here where he was talking about clones. This wouldn't be the first time, even with Attack of the Clones, even prior to that we had books where Obi-Wan Kenobi was derivative of Obi number 1.
Ah, interesting.
So, yeah, so that's a really good point. So I would love for them to go that route with this. I think that would be fantastic to have her go dark. But the truth of the matter is, it's most likely a dream.
Oh.
Or a Last Temptation of Christ type of thing where he's like, I mean, we know that the Emperor is there in spirit or of some sort. What I would love is to not only, I mean, I don't think I'm going to get my redemption arc for Ben Solo. Who knows? It might happen. I doubt it. I would love to see it. The thing that I think is probably going to happen, though, is, and I would love for this, yeah, misdirected, and we don't even see that in the movie. It could be. I would love to see Force Ghost Luke fight Force Ghost Palpatine.
Oh,
like I want it to go down. I want it to go down, and I want to see it be awesome because this is the last time Hamill's doing this. He said it. This is it. One last time. And Ian McDiarmid comes out on stage. He's at D20. You know, he's at the Star Wars celebration. He's in the movie. They can, you know, it's come a long way since we had Dooku and you had Christopher Lee's face superimposed on whoever was doing his fighting for him.
Joseph Mamadera says, how about
Joseph? You're speaking my language, baby.
Hey,
yeah,
Joseph,
I would be down with that.
Joseph, are you on Skype by chance? Because that would actually ease my life if you were. Rob Iman, this movie is going to have a definite ending to all 9 episodes. Why does the thing have to end? Oh, by the way, Joseph is not on Skype. Okay, so we'll, sorry. Anyway, okay. Joseph, you got to get Skype for the future, okay? Your new vlogger, we got to get you set up. Not tonight, obviously. So, but type in the area there. Because, you know, got it. What I would love to do with this is have kind of a
round robin.
Yeah, you as the face, but then these other voices talking like a round table. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
That way nobody gets confused. Like, oh, there's that face over there. There's that face over there. It's like, you know. And plus, you're the VIP, so we have to maintain your throne. So
God.
I insist. Yeah. So anyway, this is fun stuff. I don't know. I don't know what I sound like, but enough about me. That's good. You know, I got an idea in running my mouth that might just help us along here, because while I cannot show the trailer in its smooth entirety, I can do this. Watch this. Okay, I can go there. All right.
Yeah, Discord. I have Discord. I haven't really tried it. I know I've heard good things about Discord. Thank you, Malel. I am actually in Oregon. I'm the West Coast girl in most things. I'm over here in Oregon.
Yeah, she's yeah.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you all are fans of Joe Bob Briggs, but he's coming to Oregon finally.
No. Wait, but he's still around?
He's actually coming to he's got a stage show he does called How Rednecks Saved Hollywood. It is fantastic.
Okay, folks, we can go through, I think, various shots. Can you see this? So that's,
yes, I can. I would just mute it so they don't.
It is muted, yeah. But I'm actually we've seen this kind of backstory part, so I'm going to go forward.
Yeah, I do like that they showed. You know, they're kind of tying it all together. I do think it's going to be a definitive ending. Because
I'm sad. I don't want it to end.
Well, no. I think it's going to be a definitive ending for the Skywalker saga.
So
that's where they're going with this. This is going to be the end to the Skywalkers, and that whole plot. But they've got too much going on, and they've got way too much planned out. It's Disney. They're going to have a lot more. Disney Plus. We haven't even broken into that yet.
That's true.
Which looks amazing. The Mandalorian, I'm really excited about that just because I'm a huge fan of Pedro Pascal. And he can't die in this because he's the star.
Rob,
he dies in everything.
Rob Iman says there will be a Star Wars: The Next Generation soon.
Exactly. Yeah, well, that's exactly what they're going to do. They've set it up with Poe. They've set it up with Rey. They've set it up with Finn. Whoever comes out alive at the end of this between Rey and
Such cool.
and Ben, that's going to be the one that carries the torch on with the Jedis.
And so here, hold on, folks, because here we go with boom. We're moving into the
New stuff.
next. I love that. Look at that. Look at those eyes.
I
Look
love
at those
the shot
eyes.
where the crosses are in her eyes. That's a
Oh.
great shot.
I mean, she's got. Does anyone know what her power limits of her power are?
No one knows because she's an unknown quantity. That's the thing. No one knows exactly who she is. That goes back to that whole positive aspect of how did, anybody can be a Jedi, which is sort of what they set up at the end of Last Jedi, where the little slave boy grabs the broom with the force powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So
who knows how powerful she can be? I mean, if Palpatine was jacking around with midichlorians and creating life, she could be really powerful. Who knows? Surrounding Obi-Wan or Yoda. We're getting this series, Rob. I don't know if you're aware, we're getting an Obi-Wan 6-part TV series.
Oh, tell him
with
when.
Ewan McGregor.
When is that coming out?
It's going to be in 2 years. Or a year or two. It's going to be on Disney Plus. Other thing is, if you guys aren't aware, Disney Plus is my porn, and I know it's some of your porn as well. They are actually doing a special right now. I don't know how much longer it's going to go on, but you'll be able to get it even cheaper than like the $7.99 it is a month if you pay for the 4-year plan. And it's like it ends up being $4 and something for a month for 4 years. It's a D23 thing that they've offered until September 2nd. Thanks, Joseph. So until September 2nd, you can take advantage of this deal and get it for like even less. So I think it's a pay up front though. So you're going to give them $160, but you get it for 4 years and never pay another penny.
That's pretty good. Wow.
It's a really great deal.
Hey, I don't know if you can see this, Jess, but I realized that I can do this and have some of this playing while, you know why? Because you're in the scene and you're talking. So this is a brand new video, right? It's not the video. Okay. There's Carrie. There's Carrie. That's so sad. I'm still on the fence about that. I mean, like to think I'm a tech guy, but it doesn't mean I have to like every aspect of it.
They had already filmed some of this stuff before, and I think and Billy Lloyd, her daughter, is in the movies.
Oh.
So the only thing missing is her dog. So I love that shot. Oh my God, that's so pretty.
This one right here or this one?
The one with all of the Star Destroyers in that storm. That looks so neat.
Let's go back here.
Hi, stoned C-3PO.
Right here. I believe you mean.
Hi 3PO.
Right there. Right there.
Right there. Oh yeah, I love that. Now, a lot of there's some people saying that looks a lot like the Kessel Run.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So that could be what they're doing, and that could be what Lando is laughing about as he and Chewie are in the Falcon together, which made me scream when I saw that. Yeah, 600. Nice. All 600 Simpsons episodes will be on Disney Plus. So if you're a Simpsons fan, there's some more porn for you. I mean, it's porn.
Oh, hey, Joseph Armanduras has a question for you that you might catch, because I can't. I have to slide over to see it, but you see that about the Star Destroyers?
Yeah, I do. They look like the older versions. You're right.
Could you read that? Because I can't read that easily yet. I have to switch it.
So Joseph said, what's interesting about the Star Destroyers, and Jessica may know more than I do, they look like Star Destroyers from the first movie, so maybe the Imperial Star Destroyers. Right, so they do. They look like the old school design from what we can see in there. They look like the older. So this could be a flashback.
Exactly, right.
Or it could be because the First Order got their butts handed to them. when they had when their new Death Star 3.0, 4.0 got blown up, they could have went back and found more old stuff. Who knows? There's also that whole thing about time travel. Yes, thank you, Joseph. You're reading my mind, buddy. There's this whole thing that a lot of people think this is going to be dealing with time travel, and Evil Ray could be like an alternate version of herself.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, there's a whole thing going on.
Oh, don't tell me she fights herself. Oh no.
Don't give them ideas. They're listening. Yeah, so that could be how the Emperor comes into this as well, is that, the rebellion got their ass handed to them in Last Jedi.
Yeah, sure did.
Even though they stopped a lot of stuff, they lost a lot of people.
Yeah. And Rob Ivan says Star Wars is taking a page from the Avengers playbook.
Surprise, yeah, the scripts got mixed up.
Let's move forward. And now you and I talked about this off camera. For those of us who do not know who the lovely sister is, who is she?
Of course, Zenny's picking up on the chicks.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Her name, I just blanked on her name. It's like Gemma. Hold on.
Yeah, you had it in my Twitter notes.
I had it. Hold on.
Nama. Let me go to my Twitter page.
Yeah, because I sent it to you.
Yeah, it was. Hold on a second. You know what? Let's just let me wait. Hold on a second, because it was. Where is this? And hold on a second, folks, because I'm trying to find this. But
we're horrible people. I
want you to see everything that I've written to everybody and who my main contacts are.
I sent this to you.
Yeah, you did.
And
I have it. It was. Let's see. Naomi. Jana. Her character name is Jana. Jana. That's it. Jana.
There's not a lot known about her yet, but it's a name taken from
Jana.
Islam.
So what is she to he?
We don't know yet.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now here's the funny thing, though. He looks similar to Han Solo's ex-wife in the comics. Han Solo had a wife.
Han Solo had a wife that looked like a dude?
No, a dude.
You said that he looks similar. You meant she.
No, I said she looks
like... Oh, she. Yes, okay.
Yes. Good Lord. She looks a lot like Han Solo's ex-wife in the comics. So
wow.
I doubt that's going to... I don't know if that's going to play into it, but who knows?
Interesting.
But yeah, she kind of looks like her. Who knows yet? We'll see. Not a lot is known about her. Back to that whole thing where... this isn't really giving us a lot of information. I like that too, by the way. I like not knowing.
It makes you, but
Zenny doesn't feel that way.
Well, because
I like not knowing.
But let's face it, the reason why I don't like knowing because you're hunting to know anyway, right? But then it does take the mystery out of it. You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. It's the fun of it. It's the the fun of the
thing. Like with Lando being in the trailer.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man. Can you imagine if no one knew and he showed up, how many people would scream in the theater?
Oh my God, you got a point there. Okay, let's forward. That one comes to an end. And there is, was he smoking weed?
They just turned him into a bong.
Oh, look at that. I mean, golly.
Into a bong.
I'll bet you he's angry about something. What do you think?
Rob's I don't know if that's over yet. Rob is bummed that there is no more SpiderMan. There is an evil meme out there that I would suggest everyone looking at because it's hilarious. And it's a picture of CBD. Jersey Dolphins.
Jersey Dolphins gets the award for comment of the night. That's going to be a contest. I'm going to have a comment of the night. Once my shirts get here, you're going to get a free shirt.
That's awesome. No, the meme that's so funny is there's a picture of evil Spider-Man Tobey Maguire, and he's calling Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland, and he's asking them something about, hey, good to hear about your Spider-Man trilogies, and they were like, what? And he's like, yeah, a trilogy. What trilogy? And he's like grinning, and they're all like crying because he's the only man that made 3 movies. Although we're worse off because he did.
Oh my, yeah. But I gotta ask you, not to go too far down that road, but I have to admit, I questioned her doing it, and I do like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man for what it gave us at the time. Okay, at the time.
Well, the second one he did was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, the third one, no, I get you. But
God, please, let me just kill Spider-Man.
But
it's like, you're Venom. What the hell?
Yeah, but I have to give her a shout out because the first time I became fully aware of Amy Pascal was the whole Sony email controversy, for which yours truly had a front row seat at CES to watch the Sony CEO Kaz Kazumura basically give his mea culpa about what happened. By the way, if you want to watch that speech, folks, it's right here on Zennie62. All you have to do is type Zennie62 Sony email, and it'll take you right to that front row vlog that I posted. It was right there. But that's where Amy wound up resigning, and it was just before that, the same year that she announced the reboot of Spider-Man, and I was like, no! But then she's a genius. I think she's a genius.
Yeah, no, the thing with the Andrew Garfield got screwed over by bad scripts.
Yeah, I agree with you.
He was a good Spider-Man. He just got handed a raw, crappy deal. I can only take so much of Dennis Leary's unspeaking ghost judging me. And, and that's all the second freaking movie was. It was so bad. Joseph made a good point. The latest rumor I heard, but you probably know already, is that in episode 1, the young Anakin put this red eye device in 3PO, and later on, when he became Vader, used it to his advantage.
Ooh, but what's the red eye device do?
Well, here's what's interesting. Doesn't that seat look like Vader's seat? Or that thing that Vader was on?
You know what I thought it was? I thought it was one of those oil baths that he got.
It looks a lot like Vader's, that table they had Vader on when they had him being operated on, to me.
Really?
So, I don't know.
Oh, you may be more right than I, because when he rose out of the oil bath in the original Star Wars, he was covered in oil.
Yeah. I think it looks a lot like if you want to... even the tools around him look like it, but I don't know.
Oh, you may want you to move in forward.
No, that's fine. I just almost looks like in the top. Oh, and things are blowing up. No, let it go. I'm
right here. He was rising out of something.
Yeah, I think it looks a lot like he's coming out of the thing, but who knows? Let's keep going. So we got...
Okay. I was going to move in for you like
surgery
that.
room. Thank you, Joseph. That's what I meant. Yeah. I can't talk. Me talk good.
Talk good. Surgery room. Yeah, I was moving in close for you all. See that? Get nice resolution there. Okay. And moving along.
Yeah, it looks like the
explosion. Whoa, look at that. That's a cool explosion. I mean, you could feel the
yeah, wow. Yeah. See, I'm wondering if that's going back to the Force Awakens, because that looks like this planet that they were fighting on.
Yeah, and wow, look at that. That's enormous. And look at what she does with this lightsaber, folks. This is a super scene. This is one of these scenes that it's one of these scenes like if you like strong women, you have. Watch this. Look, see that? See that? They really have her like going at it. I mean, what I like about this is in lore, okay, or in total, all right. You don't see Hollywood has this tendency to like unstrengthen women. Not in this case. Look at this. Look at that. Okay.
No, she's
cool.
She's getting more and more powerful, and they're
showing it. I mean,
yeah,
we're living in a society where they like if you look at this is showing my age, but if you look at Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, I was talking with my mom about this. in the 70s. They have her skinny, and she doesn't do anything that's truly heroic, and yet you read all about these powers and abilities, and I remember when women's sports first hit the TV airwaves, there were a lot of complaints from women's soccer players, like my friend Tracy Ham, who coaches at UC Davis. Congratulations, Tracy. For which there's a movie about her called Coach, but I digress. About women not being shown doing what she is doing, grimacing. You see that? Showing,
Yeah.
And these things are thankfully more commonplace today. But Jessica, I got to tell you, in my lifetime, they're brand new.
Yeah, it's really, and that was the thing that, and I want to take a minute to talk about Last Jedi, because a lot of negativity came to that movie, and there's still negativity, and a lot of people are still saying that movie destroyed Star Wars, and I disagree, and I'll tell you why. It's not so much the fact that there were strong women in it. There have always been strong women in freaking Star Wars from the beginning, kids. Now, I'm not talking even about Leia. I'm talking about Mon Mothma. Mon Mothma was the leader of the rebellion.
That's true.
Guess what? She was a woman.
Yep.
And she was the leader. So acting like, how dare you put these fan bros or whatever you want to call them that came out, is the and Ryan Johnson rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. I get that, Joseph. But I think that the reason he was so pissed off at just the stupid reasoning that he got peed on. He got pissed all over by fandom.
He sure did. Yeah.
And
that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, no. And that was the thing that I actually wrote. If you go to fangirlmag.com, or if you look up Last Jedi, I've got a couple of articles on there I wrote, and the last one that I wrote was called. It actually dealt with the issue of faith and how the Last Jedi is relating to Christianity in the times we're living in right now. And how and what I meant by that, and if you read the article, it goes into it. Is this is aside from the female empowerment part of the movie.
I got it. Someone says I plan on hating this movie each of the 9 times I see it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like your icon too, by the way. Nice, alien. But yeah, don't you love that? That's exactly the hate watching. I've done that myself. But within the Last Jedi, they represent with the First Order. The rise of the alt-right in this country. And
say that again.
So in The Last Jedi, the First Order is really the alt-right in this country. And the alt-right and the white power Nazism and that kind of a thing has usurped Christianity and is using it as a tool. And they're doing it. I mean, you watch it, you look at it right now, it's happening. Yep. And what they're preying on are these, what Kylo Ren, for example, kind of represents here is this lost little boy who is trying to find his way. And what they do is they take advantage of that. The Emperor takes advantage of that. The First Order takes advantage of that. And he's this whiny little spoiled brat because they've coddled him and told him how he's the chosen one and he's the special one, just like the alt-right's doing. And then within this you have Luke, and Luke is the broken heart of faith in a country we're in right now. He represents me as a Christian who is seeing this stuff happen, and he's broken, and he sees that doubt, the doubt that he has in his own faith and who he is, and that doubt that he has when he looks into Kylo Ren's, at the time Ben Solo, he sees that dark side in him, and instead of he has that moment of doubt, and he sees it, and he sees what could happen, and instead of thinking, oh no, I need to stop this now, instead of talking to him and reasoning with him and showing him, no, this isn't the way. Let me show you what the goodness is in people and the decency and the right thing to do. Kylo at that time, or Ben, however you want to call it, he sees that Luke is about ready to take him down. Luke hesitates for just a heartbeat, and that's all it takes. Everything goes to shit.
Wow.
And so...
Hey, by the way, Jessica?
Yeah.
Don't tell Adam Baldwin. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh.
But you have Luke hides away, and he doubts himself and everything he's ever believed in, which is what, as Christians who are decent people and actually believe the way that who are actual Christians, you've seen how everything's gone to hell. You've seen how your religion is being used and your people are being used as a ploy for this evil fascist state to rise.
Yeah. Wow,
and
I didn't.
That's Luke
Is there anywhere I can read that take? You say did you write this in more detail?
Yeah, it's in fangirlmag.com. If you just look up.
Hey, you know what? Can you repost that? Not the whole thing, but just part of it with some. And the reason I say that is I asked that rather is we're on Google News, and that'll be great to get out to a large audience. Yeah,
I'll shoot you. I'll shoot you the link. Yeah,
because you have your own vessel now with your name on it.
Yeah. So, but that's when I watched The Last Jedi, and I saw it a couple of times in the theater. That's really what I digested from it, and I really liked and that's why I think there was such an outpouring of hate, because you had these guys that felt attacked. That
hello. Uh-oh. That was interesting. Hold on a second, folks. Are you back?
I'm back. I'm here.
Okay, you're there. Okay, great. So you're there. We're still going. Jersey says row. That was a Skype thing. That wasn't a YouTube thing. That was a Skype thing and a YouTube thing catching the Skype thing. But Jessica's back with us. So let's do this. Let's keep going through. But I love this scene. Look at that. I wonder how long it took to film that. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. But again, Jessica, I want to clarify something. When I was talking about strong women, when I'm talking about showing women being strong. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Right. And that's the thing, too. A lot of guys attacked, like I said, a lot of guys attacked Last Jedi. They attacked The Force Awakens because it was Rey. But the thing that I found funny was, okay, well, you're attacking Rey, who basically is just like Luke in a lot of ways, only she doesn't have a penis. Because Luke was... How long did he have with Obi-Wan, really?
Yeah.
To learn how to do things. And he's talking to talking to Obi-Wan. He's using his lightsaber. He didn't have a lot of time to be trained. And suddenly he's able to do all this stuff. He's able to, he did go with Yoda for a while. But in the first film, he was doing things. He was using the Force to blow up a freaking Death Star.
But you know what it is, Jess, though? Some people, and the reason why you get these issues, all right, expressed, is I'd love to see the age group of people who feel most like that. They're male, but are they like between 18 and 28? And the reason why I ask is because I think at that age you tend to imprint yourself within someone else's character.
Right, and that's what a lot of people I think saw, was that they saw Luke, who they imprinted on, threatened, and they saw him change. But Luke was never going to be the golden boy forever.
Yeah.
And I like that you got to see Luke doubt, because that was the point. And that's what the whole point of Last Jedi was to show, at the end, he realized there is still a reason to have faith. There is still good.
Whereas me, I've been a fan of strong women in comics and media and in real life since I was 14, old enough to
Right.
realize it. 14, think about that.
Yeah, you're
folks.
a huge Wonder Woman fan.
Yeah, tremendous. She was the first comic I read. That was when I was 6 years old, okay? Six. All
Well,
right?
and I think too,
So-
I think that the other thing was with what Ryan Johnson did and what the script for Last Jedi did was they flipped it, where you had Poe Dameron, who's your flyboy, Poe Damson. Love you, Oscar. But anyway,
Well, did you see Ex Machina?
Was oh God, Ex Machina. He was doing. Did you see the gif of him doing the dance from that? In
I
his
missed.
Poe
Yeah, I
outfit?
have just seen that. Yeah. Folks, if you haven't seen Ex Machina, Ex Machina, you have to see it twice.
Also,
on the
check
big
out,
screen if you can. Too late. For me.
Check out. Shoot, now I'm blanking on the name of the movie. The one that he did with Natalie Portman, where mom and grandma Skywalker and Poe Dameron get it on. But was it Armageddon? No, I can't remember the freaking name. Anyway, ooh, that's a pretty shot.
That is whoa. Now, what is this all about? Is this a fight on the Death Star? Is that the Death Star?
Oh, well. See, I think this is another flashback.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what's interesting. That looked like they were on the planet from from The Force Awakens. Now it looks like they're on the island that she was on with Luke. So this goes back to that whole thing of I think there's probably time travel happening.
But look at this. This is this looks like, what does this look like?
That looks like the island that Luke was on.
But it looks like a rock and panels you come up because implying there's a building below.
Yeah, I see. It looks like that.
See, look close. See that?
Yeah, it
See
looks
that?
like
See what I mean? It looks like a roof.
Yeah, time travel. There's only time travel here.
Yeah.
So it died.
It did. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. I'll let's see if we can get rid of that. Are you there?
Can you hear?
I can hear you. Annihilation. Could be.
Annihilation. Thank you. Annihilation. That was the name of it. I knew it was an A. There you go, Joseph. Thank you. Yeah, I knew it was an A name. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that's a very interesting film as well.
I'm just closing some windows under the theory that it may be a RAM issue on my part. I hope not. Okay, no, you're clear. You're loud and clear. Okay, so let's keep going with that. That's interesting. And then we cut to what's coming next. Ooh, it's dark. It's very dark. Oh, I think we know what's coming. That's what's coming. Oh, wait a minute. It went too fast. It went too freaking fast. What happens? It went backward on me. There it is. Okay, wait a minute. That's it. All right. Let it play.
Just let it go.
Yes. Look at that. But watch this. Watch this scene, Jess. Watch this. Okay, you see how fast she did that? And how robotic.
Oh, yeah, the flipping?
Yeah, and how robotic it was. Look. Okay, look. And see, she's like a robot. And look at her. She looks like she's drugged or something.
She's possessed.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. No, and I
See, look at that.
Go ahead and I want to give a shout out to Boss Logic. Go ahead and pull up. I wonder if I can. I don't think it'll do it for me. But show the last poster that I sent you.
Oh, well, let's go back to Skype because you can post it. I'm ready. You want to post it now?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll go back to make sure that see if we while she's doing that, and while she's doing that, we'll go here. There. Okay. Cool. And okay, so let's click on this right up there.
Hi.
And I gotta go here. Hey, it's not clicking. Where is that? There you. All right, there it is. That's it. Ta-da! Ooh.
I don't see it.
You don't see it on your YouTube? There's a
I'm
delay.
not seeing it on YouTube. I
There's a-
just see two of me.
there's a delay. There's a delay on YouTube. You might be looking at that's Skype. But here, let me show you what you should be seeing.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, make it big.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, that's as big as it. Yeah.
So guys, I want you to check this out. This is by Boss Logic, and it is one of the coolest posters I've ever seen. And Zennie, can you scroll up a little bit so they can see her hood? I think this is the neatest, most subtle, awesome thing I've ever seen.
How's that?
If you look at her hood, on one side, I don't know if I can bring this up, but if you look on her hood, one side, on the right-hand side, is Darth Vader's face, and then his helmet. And then on the left side is Kylo Ren's helmet. And at the bottom, you'll look, and there is this really neat, see there you go. You can see it. I think that is just a frickin' sweet. And then if you look down, you'll see that the Star Destroyers are down there around Force Ghost Luke. And yeah, look how neat that is. That's just so cool.
Whoa. Maybe we should try to get him on the show and ask him. But look, she looks possessed.
Yeah, that's the thing. And look at the scars on her face and all of that. And her eyes are the same red evil that Anakin's wore.
Ho, ho, ho.
So, and there's if you look down there too, it looks like there's a Death Star, or actually that's BB-8. But if you look behind Luke,
where's BB-8? BB-8 stars.
There's just so much cool stuff happening in this picture.
Oh, I get it.
I don't know why he isn't the guy making the posters for Disney.
There are a lot.
For real.
Hey, there's Joseph Amenderis was telling me about a guy. Maybe Joseph, you can repeat that. Re-edited. I think he said he re-edited one of the films because he was mad about how it turned out or something like that.
The guy that was in Topher Grace re-edited the entire first three trilogy films, I think, or at least one of them, and re-edited it.
Is that the guy? Joe says, yeah, but I don't think Jessica would like his political take on everything but Ivan. His name is Ivan Ortega.
Topher Grace, though, he actually did redo the entire, at least the first movie, if not all three, into one cohesive movie of the first trilogy.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Joseph, you gave me this guy's number. He's not the kind that's going to get me shot, is he? I'm just wondering. Hey, be careful, man. But so what does this all mean? Help us put this together, Jess. What does this all mean? Where are we, and what should we look out for on the way to the next trailer? Yeah.
I would say just keep an eye out. They're really doing a good job this time of not really giving anything away.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get technical, this big reveal trailer here that we're talking about with her at the end really only had maybe 45, 30 seconds of new footage. The rest of it was just that recap.
That's true. Oh, by the way, I don't want to imply I'm ready to close out by any means, but I do want to I want to bring this up because it's fun to bring up. Hold on a second. Where is it?
Look at my face. I'm watching my own face talk to me. It's really weird. This delay thing is really weird.
Where is that? Okay. Let's see here. Oh, we got that.
Yeah, you definitely are, Joseph. Joseph is saying that they are keeping it very close to the chest this year, and they are. I think Marvel has really taught them how they can really keep things quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not gonna allow it a lot to leak. I don't think with this.
All right, so
because I think with Last Jedi, a lot of stuff got leaked that shouldn't have.
All right, so Jessica and I had an argument. I want those two to be married. She, on the other hand, wants those two to get together. I'm like,
I did not want. No, I said there is a movement for Finn and Poe to get together.
You barf. No, it's just I want these two.
There is a movement for Finn and Poe, and then there is a movement for Finn, Poe, and Rey.
Okay, well
there is a thing.
Oh, why don't they add Zennie?
Oh, damn, son, is he tickling your taters?
No, actually, she is. But the whole point is, you can kick the other two guys out of the way. I'm just kidding. But anyway.
But now there's I know there's a I know Zenny and I had this discussion, and it's actually a really great and interesting discussion that you don't hear a lot of people talk about.
No, you don't. No.
Which is the fact that African American nerds don't get a lot of love. They don't get a lot. You don't see it often.
No.
You know, like we can talk about Troy in Community, but there's really and then there's actually the I can never remember his name, but he was in the Jurassic Park film. He just was in Detective Pikachu. He plays a lot of nerds, but there's really not a lot of representation there. And what Zinni's point is let the brother get the girl.
Right, exactly, because too often we're either the thug or
I just made that up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're either the thug or in this case we're like or frankly speaking we're gay. And my point is, why aren't we the guy that is the straight guy that's type A, that gets it done, that's the engineer? In other words, why is that always reserved? I know some people have a hard time hearing it, but it's true. It's reserved for white guys. And in the reality is there are a number of folks that look like me who fit that bill as well. And it's like when it comes up, and the reason why I mentioned it, and I keep mentioning, is because when it comes up, in the case of Star Wars with Finn, there was at first a studio campaign to put Finn and Rey together. And then they backed off. You know, I don't know if you noticed the intensity, they backed off. And I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be great, right? And then they backed way off. And frankly speaking, I was livid. And my point is, you know, we haven't finished the issue. We haven't finished the issue of getting rid of racism. And the way to do it is by imagery. But what happens is when it comes up in the case of these two, people shift it real quick and they try to put Finn with, you know, Poe and then make it that. And I'm thinking, wait, this is not right, you know?
Then you see what happened with the poor girl who played Rose.
Yeah.
She got beat off of Twitter. She like they ran her off of social media.
I didn't know that.
That is not okay. That is not okay.
Tell us what happened. What happened? Tell us.
So basically, the gal who plays Rose, there was like this backlash of people that were like, she's a useless character. They hated the fact that she's the reason. They felt like she was the reason we had all that stuff happen on the planet with the casino, and they hated her.
Was it because she was Asian?
They made Asian slurs at her, like, you know, that kind of thing. And they like ruined her. So what happened at D23, which made her almost, I think she actually cried.
Oh.
When she showed up at D23, or not D23, I keep saying D23 because that's on my brain. But when she came up to Celebration, they applauded her and like celebrated her, and she like broke down. And what sucked was, and part of the reason it happened was that you had this racist bent that felt like, oh God, here we go. We got another ethnicity coming into Star Wars. Oh God. And we gotta, and oh God, she's this useless character, and they're putting her with Finn. Meh. And they just treated her like shit.
And it gets to my point. Like, I love that Rose was in it, you know, and it saddens me to hear that. But however, getting back to, well, actually, they all tie together. I thought initially that Finn was the next Han Solo, you know, alpha male, okay? And he's going after his girl, who's not Princess Leia, but if you look at her, she's dressed very much like Princess Leia, right? And yet, he's on this bent to rescue her, but as it turns out, she doesn't really need to be rescued, just like Princess Leia. You see?
Right. I liked how they made Finn he was flawed.
Right.
You know, he wasn't perfect, just like Poe wasn't perfect either.
But my point is,
Oscar Isaac is perfect.
But you see my point, though. My point is, they took Finn, and they and a lot of black men complain about this in television. In fact, there was a great town hall, if you will, on Oprah about Queen Sugar, which is a great series, and there were men crying, thanking Oprah and the producers for showing black men who didn't have their wangers cut off, if you will. And there's a big, it's a big problem. It's like, why are people afraid to show black men who are, hey, just normal type A dudes in society, inventing things, building things, raising families, having kids, doing the right thing, and saving their girl? Why is that a problem? Do you know what, Jessica? Why is that a problem? I don't
know.
It.
That's the thing. I loved Luke Cage.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was a great series.
Yeah.
And the thing was, it tackled a lot of really great points. And the last season of it, I liked that he was having to he had anger.
Yeah.
And he had a reason to be angry. And he was trying to control it. And he's like, I have to be careful because I can't be the angry black man.
Right. And
I like that it was realistic, and I like that.
Because that's what Barack would say. And I know the president personally. He would say that same thing.
It's true. And that's why I liked Finn. I liked that Finn wasn't perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that he was kind of a coward because he had a reason to be. He grew up around freaking Captain Phasma. But then in Last Jedi, he threw down.
Exactly. Yes.
And it's like, that's fucking right.
Yes.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I think that's part of the pushback that Last Jedi got was it kept showing diversity, and it allowed Finn, you've got a face. These are not your typical faces.
Nope.
Even though we had Billy D. Williams. Billy D. Williams was a black man in space, man.
Yeah, and that's why they brought in Billy D. I remember the backlash growing up, because I've been with Star Wars since 1974. And actually, late 75, I was given the book by my friend, the late Lars Frickman, who passed away last year. But okay, I'll say this. Put together Finn and Rey and Poe and Rose. How's that?
I'll take Poe. He won't be alone.
Okay, so
you won't be alone, my beautiful, beautiful eye, Oscar. You and your lovely scarf and gloves. You won't be cold. I won't leave you outside. Come on in. No, I have not been, Joseph, to answer your question, I have not been to Galaxy's Edge yet. I've heard interesting things. I've heard expensive things. But I would like to go at some point. I haven't been to Disney in freaking 25 years, 30 years. It's been a long time.
It's last time I was at a Disney thing was Walt Disney World in 1984. That's the last time I was at a Disney
I was
park.
probably there maybe 2 years after that. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I to give you an idea, I was on Star Tours.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was the last time. And I got to see Captain EO. I had all the stuffed animals from Captain EO. It sold all of them, and we had all of them. I had an entire set. If I had those still, I would be making bank.
Nice.
But,
nice. Hey, so
we've been doing this for like over an hour.
I was going to say the same thing.
I probably need to leave.
Okay. I was going to say, this has been fantastic. And Jessica, don't go anywhere, but I wanted to thank everybody for tuning in. And this has been a nice, steady stream. And we're going to do this again. And it's kind of nice to, have a change up from sports, but also to get to more the pop culture stuff, because we both do cover Comic-Con. And there's a lot of great stuff going out there, and we both she and I get a lot of press releases, right? And a lot of exactly. A lot of stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will be doing a video soon on for the news site for my review of Velocipaster.
Oh, you got that? Somebody's doing that. Great, because I got the press release. So I was like, oh, yeah, no. And then I was like, yeah, great, awesome.
I've seen the film. I actually wrote a review for it, but I want to do a video review for it because that movie is hilarious and worth having me talk about it to you guys. I want to share awesome that is Velocipaster.
Oh, and we want to hear it too. There was another movie. Did you get the screener for it? It's kind of like Inception. It's in black and white. Oh man, it's the name just flew out of my. We'll talk about it off camera. Hey folks, thanks Joseph. Hey Joseph. Joseph says that it's very expensive, but for a Star Wars aficionado, it's something you really enjoy. Talking about Galaxy's Edge, and Joseph asks, have any of you saw Ready or Not? I have not seen that.
No, I want to. I want to really badly. I did get to go to, when I was at San Diego Comic-Con, I did get to see footage from it too.
Wow.
That no one has seen.
Ooh, that's right, because you told me you were headed to that. I remember that. Right.
It was awesome. But I also have seen the yet unreleased 3 from Hell Rob Zombie film. I have seen all of
it. We will be back.
But I can't talk about it yet because it's embargoed.
Okay. Well, we'll talk off camera. Hey, everybody. Thanks. And Joseph Armanduras.
Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Joseph, get Skype.
Joseph, get Skype. We need to talk, man.
Yeah, and folks, I'll be back about a half an hour to talk about the Oakland A's and the dismal state of